My hat! First up are the stock Traxxas tires. Here they are on carpet. So just to show the difference between running the stock style tires versus pin tires. As you can see, these don't have much traction. The truck does slip and slide a lot. This is my LCG build with the Proline ProTrack kit, which is actually something I highly recommend. I love this kit. Very durable, handles great, although here in this first part it doesn't look like it. But there's the truck jumping, just slides from time to time. Look at the buggies and then look at the truck. That will give you the best idea on how this truck does once I replace the wheels and tires. So I'm going to keep the same body. Everything's going to stay the same except for that. Now it still does jump quite well. Right now those are a few driver errors and just the fact that there's no traction. See, nice little jump, and that wasn't a bad turn. See there, you can see those two little parts there where it was swaying side to side. And it's a little difficult to just come out of the turns with power. So now I'm going to replace the tires and put some pins on. Now there is something that happens, so here we go. And these are now pins. It grips a lot better. So pins, these are the white wheels versus the stock silver wheels. These are Proline tires with pins, which is what you should be using on carpet. And it's a lot better. The only problem is I'm going to take a hard hit and I'm going to break something. And you're going to see one of the differences. This is why you should stop your truck regardless. So right now I'm driving, so the marshal's going to flip it over, and I'm just going to keep driving the truck. Now this is actually the first day that I bring this truck out with these tires, this setup. Here we go. So Marshall flips it over, and then also makes fun of me because I should be better with pins, but I'm gonna do better later on. Here we go, and crash. That's one of those things you really have to slow down. Start slow, build speed. I just got used to going that fast with the other tires and not traction rolling, so now I have to adjust. So anytime you make a change, whether it's tires, drive it a little slower the first lap and then just gauge it from there, start speeding, especially if you are new, because a lot of people just want to pull on the trigger and go fast, and what's going to end up happening if you do that is that right there. So that hit right there broke the truck. Now, since this truck, I've bashed it so hard so many times, I don't really realize it's completely broken, but I do notice that there is something that is wrong. I just want to finish the laps because this way I can just show what the difference is. So there's something broken on the truck. Some of you will be able to tell what it is. Some of you probably not, but it's fine. If you're a beginner, you will learn here. So notice it's not steering to the right. Left is kind of alright. Right having issues, have to really slow down. Over jump that by a mile. But notice the difference. Now later on in the video, you will see it once it's repaired. There's a big difference between the two. Now really quick, when you're actually racing, reverse is not permitted. This is just open practice. That's why it wasn't an issue. You don't really have that many marshals there, so I do have reverse enabled. But if you were actually racing, you have to disable reverse. Now here we go. This is what I broke. Right there. Broke my steering. So I'm going to replace that with an aluminum. Just get the aluminum ones. Don't bother with these plastic ones. But here we go. So it is now repaired, and notice the big difference now that it's repaired, and with the pins. And use the buggies as reference to see how the truck does now with the pins versus how it did before the pins. You can ignore the roll for now. Don't ignore it, it's pretty funny, so try not to do that. Over jumped it by a mile, but here we go. Let's chase that Marshall down just for fun. Now, something to keep in mind is if you do go on a track, if you're on the track and you get hit, it's your fault. The cars have the right of way, so don't try to stop them. Don't expect them to stop you. Most of the time, they probably won't see you until after they've already hit you, or just before they hit you. By that time, it's too late, especially with the faster ones. But notice well, I'm slowing down a little more now for the turns, but notice how it grips compared to those stock all-terrain tires. So this is one of the reasons why it's good to have one vehicle and then have multiple sets of tires depending on where you're running. You're probably not going to be running with the same tires if you're running on dirt versus carpet versus asphalt, for example. There are some tires that will do well on those surfaces. For example, Proline trenchers do very well off-road, which is what they're meant for. But they do surprisingly well on pavement. So those are some tires that you can consider. But you are going to wear them out much faster than if you had, for example, some Proline Street Fighter tires, which are made for road use. So that's something else to consider. But here on carpet, definitely go with pins. The other thing too, if you do have a Slash, go with the LCG. The high CG, you will not be able to complete a fast lap using pins because you're going to be traction rolling the entire time. That's why I did not bother showing some of that footage on a different video where I compare high CG, LCG, and then the Proline Pro Track kit on the track. But here's the truck. I hope this was useful. Please subscribe, comment, share, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.